Imagine for a moment the intricate web that connects our world, global trade. Goods flow across borders, economies intertwine, and we all, in a way, depend on this complex system. But what happens when someone decides to pull at a thread, to introduce a sudden, significant change? Recently, a figure known for shaking up the status quo, US President Donald Trump, announced a plan that could send ripples across this global web. He declared his intention to impose substantial tariffs, around 25%, on key imports, automobiles, pharmaceuticals, and semiconductor chips. These aren't just any products. They are the backbone of modern industry. Cars drive our economies, pharmaceuticals safeguard our health, and chips power our digital world. So, what exactly is a tariff? Simply put, it's a tax on imported goods. Think of it like this. If you buy something from another country, suddenly it becomes more expensive because of this added fee. The idea behind tariffs is often to protect domestic industries. By making foreign goods pricier, domestically produced items become more attractive, theoretically boosting local businesses and jobs. Now, let's zoom in on the industries Trump has targeted. The auto industry is a global behemoth, with intricate supply chains spanning continents. A 25% tariff on imported cars could dramatically reshape this landscape. For example, European cars entering the US would become significantly more expensive. While the US currently has a low tariff on passenger cars, the EU's tariff on car imports is considerably higher. This difference in tariff rates has long been a point of contention, with some arguing it's unfair to US car manufacturers. However, imposing a hefty tariff could also backfire. Car companies might raise prices, potentially hurting consumers. Other countries might retaliate with their own tariffs, leading to a trade war where everyone suffers. We've seen this play out before. Just a few years ago, there was a similar threat of auto tariffs, but it was ultimately shelved. Now, the possibility is back on the table, creating uncertainty and anxiety in the global auto sector. Then, there are pharmaceuticals and semiconductor chips. These are not just everyday consumer goods, they are critical components of modern life. Pharmaceuticals are essential for healthcare, and semiconductor chips are the brains behind our computers, smartphones, and countless other technologies. Trump's proposal isn't just for a 25% tariff, but potentially even higher, and escalating over time. This is a significant move. A tariff on pharmaceuticals could raise drug prices, impacting healthcare costs for everyone. For semiconductor chips, it could disrupt global supply chains and potentially slow down technological innovation. Many chip manufacturers operate internationally, and tariffs could force them to reconsider their production strategies, possibly leading to higher costs and supply bottlenecks. Trump argues these tariffs are necessary to bring manufacturing back to the US, to create jobs and strengthen the American economy. He believes it will incentivize companies to build factories in the US to avoid these import taxes. He even suggested that major companies are poised to announce new US investments soon. While the goal of boosting domestic production is understandable, the reality is far more complex. Tariffs are not a simple fix. They can trigger a chain reaction. When one country imposes tariffs, others often retaliate. This can lead to escalating trade disputes, harming not just the countries directly involved, but the entire global economy. Consumers could face higher prices for goods, businesses could see reduced profits, and economic growth could slow down. The global trade system is built on a delicate balance, and sudden, large-scale tariffs can disrupt this equilibrium. The EU, a major trading partner of the US, is already expressing concern. EU trade officials are rushing to Washington to discuss these proposed tariffs, trying to avert a potential trade conflict. The coming weeks and months will be crucial. Will these tariffs be implemented as announced? Will they achieve their intended goals? Or will they lead to unintended consequences, creating more problems than they solve? The world is watching closely as this situation unfolds. It's a reminder that in our interconnected world, even seemingly isolated decisions can have far-reaching effects. The story of these proposed tariffs is still being written, and its ending is uncertain. But one thing is clear: it has the potential to significantly alter the landscape of global trade and impact us all in ways we are only beginning to understand.